If I don't get to see Aster enough, I'm going to be upset. Anywho, it should be interesting what this caption means. Let's find out. Chapter 10 of 10. Let's get into it. I'm so going to mess up like 100 times. Just warning you guys, I'm definitely going to mess this chapter up. I'm going to make one really bad choice somewhere. Or I'm just going to be an idiot and mess up all of like the important like time choices. Boink. Chapter 10, moving forward. Oh, don't mess up, thanks. You and Atlas sit in your dorm room discussing the battle with Kane and the riddle he left you. The source of your life is where it's been willed. The first answer lies where the first blood was spilled. I assume that this was Dean Joff, but I like my little saunter thing. I like how I'm still wearing it. Answer lies where the first blood was spilled. The source of your life is where it's been willed. Kane may be super powerful, but was also really confusing. This riddle doesn't make any sense. Did you honestly expect it to? It's not like anything Kane says makes sense. Before the fight broke out, he showed me an illusion of the sun at classroom. Maybe the riddle is supposed to point us there. After all, it's one of the only places we know that's connected to our mom. Alice tenses at the mention of your mother. He looks out at the ground, avoiding your gaze. You really think his riddle is going to lead us to her? What else could the source of your life be? The riddle is the only lead we have, clearly a trap. Come on. I don't know. It's probably a trap. Okay, look, this guy's evil. It doesn't take a mind reader to tell that this guy's evil. But I'm also kind of right on like the thing of the only lead we have. I feel like if we don't, we might as well just go for it. It is the only lead we have. I know Alma said she doesn't know where our mom went, but Kane's right. This riddle could be the answer. I don't trust him. Why would he want to help us find our mom in the first place? I don't know. I don't know. If there's even a chance this could help us, I want to take it. But I understand if you don't want to follow me, especially after I hurt you with blood magic. I can't tell if Kane's a bad guy. What if he isn't? What if he's not the antagonist? What if he's just the dude? Gotta go around and don't mess up the chat in the game. Look, I'm trying not to, right? Maybe he's actually a good guy. We just haven't found out yet. And no matter how much I wish I could take it back, I can't. It's fine. Don't make a big deal about it. We have more important stuff to think about. It's not fine. My anger has never gotten away from me like that before. I tried so hard to hold it back, but I couldn't. After I hurt you, I was terrified for you and of myself. I don't know how I can ever make it up to you. You don't have to. I've already forgiven you. You weren't the only one at fault anyway. I egged you on. I set a sigh and stares at the ground, frowning. You put your hand on his shoulder. I was angry Mom wasn't there for us last year. I was angry it wasn't our job to find her, and I was angry you seemed to care more about her than me. It's not true at all. My brother, Atlas. Of course I care about you. In my mind, he's bad, but my heart tells me... he's obviously very manipulative. But... maybe it's the good type of... maybe he's trying to lead us to the right path. Maybe the person with blood magic... or, sorry, the blood source... is actually not a good person. Wow. Maybe. And yes, I do have, like, a little bump on my nose. Look. Call me Rudolph. Haha. 5'7"? What does that have to do with anything? I mean, good to know. Just weird. Of course I care about you. I know. That's why I came to help. If I hadn't pushed you away, you wouldn't have gone to Kane's party. I put you in danger because of my own issues. I felt like I couldn't face you, but... Alice's voice breaks for a moment, and he takes a long, shaky breath. After a while, I just wanted my brother back. He never lost me. So we can promise to never treat each other like that again? Done deal. Oh, he's smiled. Oh, I love these. Oh, they're so cute. Alice takes a deep breath and looks at you. His gaze steely and determined. What does that even mean? All right, I'm with you. Let's find Mom together, and we can all put Kane away for good. I can't wait to meet her. Did you know she knew the Desmond Pendergast? I'm starting to wonder if there's anything our mom hasn't done. Kane said he and Mom were friends way back then. I have a hard time imagining our mom willingly spending time with a pompous ass like him. I can't help but wonder what Mom will think of us. If she knew like people like Desmond Pendergast, she must have pretty high standards. I have a feeling this chapter took so long because like there's so many ways you can mess it up. Atlas' shoulders slump and his face falls slightly. I'm actually a little nervous at the thought of meeting her. I don't know if I'll live up to her expectations. Sure, she'll be proud of us, nervous too. I'm sure she'll be proud of us. She's our mother. And if not, we can just kill her. Except she's the source of our own powers. We took Rafe down together, and you spent months looking after me, keeping me safe. What more could a mom want from her kids? You're right. Can't wait to tell her, to hear her tell us about Dad and what she studied in school and why she decided to stay on Earth. I can't speak. And we can tell her all about our own adventures too. I'm gonna test the audio real quick. I apologize. Okay, sorry about that. No, that's left figuring out where she went. But even with Kane's riddle, I have no idea where to start. Well, did mention something about dinner, but I don't know what that means. Maybe that was a reference to the last chapter and we're just being led the wrong way. Well, we started Rafe's lab. He was the last person who saw her before she disappeared. And how exactly are we going to get there? You should know me well enough by now to know that I have ways of getting off campus when I need to. Come on. You follow Alice out of the dorm and back to Rafe's lab. I'm gonna get something wrong here, people. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna do something stupid. You step into what's left of Rafe's lab, your footsteps crunching on the broken glass and this rubble strewn across the floor. Oh, hey, Desiree. Desiree and Lally appear at the other. Desiree sniffs the air consciously and Rally recoils, her tail tucked between her legs. Arf. I know, Lally, it smells like Rafe in here. I don't like it either, but you just have to be brave. Yep, yep. You take a look around at the dilapidated room, recalling your battle in it at the end of last year. We really did a number on this place. What exactly were we supposed to be here looking for? What exactly should we be looking for here? We'll find Mom's address lying around. There's a chance her parents would have to come here when they face down Rafe. We might be able to find a trace of her. You and Alice start to research the wreckage. After a few minutes, he calls to you from beside one of the top of bookshelves. Hey, Kian, come check this out. You won't believe what I found. Sure, show me what you have. A gun! Atlas, no! And that's it. No. Oh, this is a cool looking gun. This was part of a series of the top secret experiments I studied while honing my moon magic. When blood magic got banned, all of these weapons were destroyed. Looks like Rafe must have stolen one. What's it do? Something horrible, I guess. It fires a combination of blood and moon magic that makes you hallucinate your worst nightmares. You also experience physiological effects too. Paralysis, panic, profuse sweating, the works. I like how paralysis with profuse sweating. Like, one might be worse than the other. Like, who wants to sweat a bunch? Alice fiddles with the weapon, twisting it to look at the side. Oh, that's weird. Why is this gear bent that way? Oh, oh, I don't want, no. Alice, please, don't do this. Suddenly, the gun goes off in Alice's hand. The dial on the side spins wildly as a blast of blue light comes soaring out of the barrel. The light ricochets off the wall, bouncing around the lab and then coming straight for you. Uh-oh. Ah! I assume I couldn't dodge it. Suddenly, you're standing alone in the disturbed lab. The light's starting to fade. A figure steps out of the shadows. Who are you and what are you doing here? Les, how'd you get over there? Why do you look like that? I'm the one asking the questions. Answer me. What are you talking about? It's me, your brother. I don't have a brother. Won't be fooled by your lies. Okay, so yeah. Worst nightmares. Magic glows in Atlas's hand. He rushes forward to attack you. Fight back, defend myself. Defend myself? I don't know. Atlas, don't! Your magic swells out of your hands, building until you can no longer control it. A massive wave of refractionary energy slams into Atlas, burning the flesh from his bones. God! Ah! No! He collapses onto the floor, writhing in pain as his body melts away until he stops moving entirely. His lifeless eyes still watch you. No, this can't be happening. It can't. It's not. Atlas' charred corpse and drop to your knees. Then it suddenly disappears. As the light's returning to normal, Atlas is at your side, his hand on your shoulder. Kane, are you okay? It was a gear that was messed up and caused the gun to go off, but I fixed it. Alice, you're alive. I saw you. Never mind. I'm fine, I think. But you weren't kidding about how horrible that was. What's that thing even called? The nightmare machine? The horrible atrocity of Rafe's super evil gun of ultimate evil? Who knows? But I think I'll call it Mind Killer. Ooh, that's a good name for the gun. I think we should call it the gun. I like Mind Killer, actually. Chat, all right, I'm gonna get you guys involved in this. What are we naming the gun? my sister's just gonna walk in like, what are you doing? Call it Addie. Oh yeah, just naming stuff. Oh, I got the perfect. Unknown. That's not how you spell it. Oh yeah, okay, so now. Unknown. I like that. What do you guys think? Because that's Josh, one of our staff members. We're not gonna call it Josh. Yeah, we're gonna call the gun Josh. Or we could call it the Unknown. Joosh. All right, yeah, let's go with the Unknown. I like that. What do you guys think? The Unknown? I like that. This is such a pointless decision. It's a gun. But I have to name everything after my staff members. I already have Lally. I already have Desiree. I'm trying not to unleash my rage. I had no choice. I had to do it. The Unknown it is. All right, let's go. Call it whatever you want, but we should take the Unknown with us. It could stop even Kane in his tracks. It would be nice to have a secret weapon in our back pocket, and I bet not even Kane would be able to escape his worst nightmares. Take the Unknown to defend yourself and incapacitate your enemies in future battles. We should keep the... Yeah, we're gonna keep it. It took the Unknown from Rafe's from Rafe's lab. You guys like the Unknown. Cool. You're right. This will give anyone trying to hurt us a good reason not to attack. Yeah, and I personally can't wait to shoot Kane with it. I wonder what his worst nightmares are. Okay. Across the lab, you hear sounds of rocks sliding to the floor. But I'm still like, what is Kane's worst nightmare? Dying? Grrr. I just raised snarl menacingly at a pillar behind you. Someone's here. Not for long. You know, let's fire bolts of magic at the source of the noise. Your magic explodes to a nearby pillar with a crash. Oh, she's alive! Yay! That was the Lackey that we thought was dead in the last book. We saved her, guys! One of Rafe's lackeys emerges from behind the pillar holding her hands up in surrender. Her uniform is disheveled and stained. What are you doing here? Tell us now or I'll blast you into pieces. A wave of magic sparks off Atlas and your own magic flares up in reaction. Atlas, calm down. Look at her. She's terrified. Oh, I love the song. This is my favorite song from the new soundtrack for Book 2. This is such a good song. I'm not sure if this is an Elementalists original or if this was used in another book, but I love the song either way. This one's called Eerie Nymphs, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna turn this up. Oh, this is so good. Sorry. I love this song. Duh. You mentioned Tor, the cowering lackey. That bass, though. Atlas freezes, taking a deep breath. When he lets it out, his magic is calmed and he addresses the lackey. Fine, I'll give you one chance to explain yourself. Why are you here? I needed to make sure Rafe hadn't returned. There were rumors that he's immortal, that there's a part of him that can't die. I came here to find that part and destroy it. I don't want Rafe coming back. He'd kill me if that happened. You and Atlas share discomfited? I think it was discomforted? Whatever. Look. We saw Rafe die, and we took his essence with us. If that's the piece you're talking about, it hasn't done anything since. At least it's dormant. In that case, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. That's the least I can do after Rafe made me attack you last year. Grr. You better not lie to us. I'll still have to answer to these two. What can you tell us about the girl named Gemma that Rafe kidnapped? Do you know where she is? I know he took her to one of his safe houses, but I don't know which one. I'm sorry. That information was above my pay grade. His safe houses are protected by wards, though. Dangerous ones. You'll need powerful magic to disable them, and they negate locator spells. And that's what we figured. Now tell us what happened to the other lackeys Rafe wanted with refractionary energy. Ooh. Why did Rafe want refractionary energy? I don't care what happened to the other lackeys. They died, probably. We know he wanted to use it to become attuned to all the elements, but what was his bigger goal? I don't know for sure, but Rafe said he was going to work with someone very powerful to restore blood magic to its former glory. He never told us who this person was, but he said the refractionary energy would cause him to appear. The lackey gulps, sweat running down her face. Her eyes dart nervously from side to side. That's all I know. I swear. Please, let me go. If Rafe isn't actually back, I don't want to spend another minute here. Alice nods at the lackey curtly. Get lost. That's so Atlas. Get lost. The lackey lets out a sigh of relief and scrambles out of the room, the echo in her footsteps receding into the distance. As you watch her leave, you spot a torn piece of paper buried beneath some rocks. You pull it out and look over it. Hey, Atlas, listen to this. I'm turning down the music a little bit. Experiment 283. Another failure. No matter how hard I tried, it appears impossible to restore the form of a dead creature once their body has been lost, even if their essence remains. When I fuse essences together, I can give them a weak, shadowy body, but there is no means to return them to their original physical form. Their spirit is inside, but that isn't enough. The most a singular essence is good for is allowing one to speak with the spirit of a person inside the essence. They are like an echo, holding the memories of what once was and are ultimately harmless. Yet the fact I can create bodies at all, even for the corrupted essences, indicates that it is possible. Perhaps if I simply had more power, I could return the dead to life or create life itself. That doesn't seem good. Alright. And I thought Rafe couldn't get any creepier, but no, he was trying to bring people back from the dead. Just then a soft voice whispers in your ear. Dark and cruel. Wow. Uh-oh, is it Rafe? Is he back? I didn't expect to see you again. Have you come looking for answers? I promise I can deliver them. That's Rafe's voice. Desiree and Lila look around nervously and then disappear with a poof. As you listen more closely, you realize the voice comes from your backpack. You reach inside and pull out Rafe's essence. What the hell are you doing carrying that around with you? I brought it in case we needed it, and we did, so it was clearly a good idea. Yo, Rafe, homie! How you doing, man? You hear the voice speaks again, even louder this time. I can show you exactly what happened during your mother's final moments. Channel your magic into my essence, and the knowledge is yours. Ian, we have to use this. He might be the only one who knows what happened to our mom. Right then, let's see what you have to say, Rafe. Oh, that's loud. As soon as you start to channel, a vortex appears in the center of the lab, blinding you and filling the room with a sound of rattling bones. Oh, did we just resurrect him like idiots? They probably did. With hiss and hot air that carries scented decay, Rafe appears before you as solid as you remember him. Ah, the twins. The two deepest, bloodiest thorns in my side. I see I'm not rid of you even in death. I can't believe it worked. You're back. At your beck and call, my dear Kian. And Atlas, what a pleasant reunion. One shred of attitude, Rafe, and we're destroying your essence once and for all. Oh, you wouldn't do that. You called me here. You want to know what I can tell you. Is that the end of the chapter? Oh. Rafe lets out a menacing chuckle, his form turning ghostly and swirling around you and Atlas. His laughter echoes as the fog darkens around you. You want to see how I killed your mother. Rafe's lab suddenly reforms around you. You turn around trying to get your bearings as Atlas does the same beside you. What's a big idea, Rafe? Running and hiding so soon? Hallucinatio. I don't remember that spell. It's not working. This isn't an allude. Ha 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 ha. You can't run forever. Oh, sorry. Ha 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 ha. You can't run forever. Rafe appears before you, laughing madly, not noticing you. He fires magic off in the lab, but when you look in that direction, all you see is a thick fog. The hell? I think this is his memory. Why can't we see the half of it? Oh, poor little Sunat is sad. I killed her husband. What makes you think I'd bring him back for you? I'd never resurrect such a useless creature. Another rolling wave of blood magic shoots out into the darkness, but Rafe suddenly stiffens. What are you? How did you do that? Die. The memory dissolves, leaving you back in the ruins of the lab. And that's how I killed your pitiful mother. A shame I was never able to do the same with you two brats. Sounds like she gave you trouble. You were scared. I mean, whatever we say, I think you were scared is like too much of a tease. It sounds like she gave you trouble. I don't know. Your memory cut out for a second. You were hiding as she fought back. I know she didn't give you an easy time. She wasn't just any ordinary Sunat, and you learned that when you fought her, didn't you? Rafe let a hideous shriek of laughter. I have no idea what you mean, Kane. She was a pest, yes, but in the end, she died alongside her beloved, as pitiful as he was. Our mom is alive, Rafe. Someone close to you has been feeding you lies, because I distinctly remember the scent of her blood as she died by my hand. Oh, she demanded I bring him back. Said I could with my blood magic. I asked her why she thought she could bargain with me. Hang on, Kane. Something weird's going on here. I can sense it. What are you hiding, Rafe? Uh-oh. Is he trying to come back to life? Rafe goes rigid, his eyes sliding out of focus. He starts speaking mechanically. She's demanding I fix what I've done, that I restore her husband. She's lying dead at my feet. She's coming for me. She's... Alice, you unlocked his memories. Rafe's eyes eyed in sheer terror, and his voice thins out. What's happening? What are you? He convulses and falls to the floor. He holds his hands above himself. Staring in horror? I think that's a typo. Holds his hands above himself. No, please, I beg you. I can't bring him back. It's impossible. This guy's such a liar. He makes a gurgling noise, his eyes rolling back, his body twitching. I can't. He goes still. You can barely see the rise and fall of his body, signaling his breath. What happened? Why is he... I don't know. What did our mom do to him? Tried to force him to revive her dad, revealed her true form. I assume she revealed her true form so that she could revive... I don't know. Unless the sources only show themselves to humans in a human form because we can't handle seeing the truth. If our mom's turned into the source form in front of him and attacked him, probably screwed up his memories. Rafe stirs and stares up at you, expression blank for a moment. What are... the twins, the two deepest, bloodiest thorns in my side. I see I'm not rid of you even in death. Okay, things don't usually creep me out, but I think this just did. I think you broke him, like, worse than he already was. Rafe peers at you and Alice for several long seconds, then his eyebrows raise. His voice comes out vindictively amused. How long have you had blood magic coursing through you? I knew we were alike. That's why you were able to kill me. I'm done listening to this garbage. Kane, let's destroy him once and for all. He tosses Rafe's ensigns in the air. Blast it. Are they gonna, like... Is he gonna, like, take it and, like, come back to human form or something? Your magic comes together in a bolt of refractionary energy with a swipe of your hand. You send it at the essence. Good riddance, you monster. With a boom and flash of light, Rafe disintegrates into nothing. In the silence that follows, Atlas finally speaks up. Resurrection magic is illegal. More than that, it just goes against the way of the world. There are some things magic was never meant to do. So if our mom tried to bring our dad back to life, what does that say about her? Atlas shrugs, then looks over at you. Seeing the troubled look on your face, he places a hand on your shoulder. I think it just means that she loved him that much and was really sad. I don't think it made her a bad person. Source. Rafe's spirit gave you information on your mom. I think we did good. Guys, I think we did good. I don't know. I mean, we could have completely messed it up. I just don't even realize it. I think we did good, though. She could be the first person who wanted to bring a loved one back to life. She must have failed. But then what happened to her? Whatever it is, we'll find out. Now, let's get the hell out of here. We've learned enough for one day. You know, let's leave Rafe's lab and head back to campus. If I don't see Aster soon, I'm going to be upset. A week later, you find yourself in Spellwork Class with Shreya and Zeph. You lay your head on the table with a sigh. I don't think I've gotten a good night's sleep since Atlas and I went to Rafe's lab. I won't get out of my dreams. I got some fiddle turn oil that's been keeping away the serene and sublime spreadsheet nightmares. I'm happy to share. I still can't believe you went back to the lab, Kian. I would die happy if I'd never thought about that place again. Seeing Rafe's spirit was horrifying, and what he said about our mother. At least his lackey told us about Rafe's safe houses, even if she didn't know where Gemma was. President Ingloon steps into the room, a number of sentries marching after him and taking positions at the front. Oh boy, gamers, we're about to learn something. Good morning, class. Today we'll be practicing the air metal slicing spell on some assistants, our helpful sentries. Okay, air metal slicing spell. But Professor, wouldn't that hurt them? Not to worry, Mr. Hernandez. Pendergast sentries are charmed to regenerate rapidly, so they'll be perfectly fine. Now to begin, you'll need to shape the air into a blade, like a shuriken. Okay, I'm gonna type that down. I'm typing this down so I don't forget. Shape the air into a blade like a shuriken. And then use metal to sharpen it. After that, you'll just have to direct your magic right into the sentry. Look, you could call it cheating. I just don't want to mess this up. All right. Professor Ingloon closes his eyes and pinches his fingers together. There's a strange rippling in the air and a whistle, and then a large gash appears across one of the sentry's metal armor. The spell could definitely cut Kane down to size. You follow the rest of your classmates to the front of the classroom and set up in front of one of the sentries. Let's get a breeze going. As you channel, a gust of wind swirls around you, rushing through your hair. Need to share the blade, ball, bat. Blade! Okay, you pinch your fingers together and slide them through the space in front of you, forming a thin layer of pressurized air in the shape of a shuriken, barely visible between your fingers. I was goofing off. I studied the blade. Now it's just to add metal. I have to sharpen it, smash it, drop. Sharpen! You hold the shuriken in one hand and run through your finger along its edges, watching as they begin to gleam. You touch it again and it pricks your finger. It's sharp enough for me. Excellent work, Mr. Lynch. Now you just have to direct it at one of the sentries. You turn the sentry in front of you, focus on your magic with the shuriken in your hand. Okay. Chop the sentry's head off, cut a hole through the sentry's chest, blow the sentry off its feet. Okay, I think I could actually make a choice with this one without messing up. What do you guys think? Let's leave this one up to the chat again. 1, 2, or 3. Are we gonna chop his head off, cut a hole through the sentry's chest, or blow the sentry off its feet? 1, 2, or 3. I'll give you guys this choice. Unless it's like a super important choice and I don't even realize it. Alright. Got a person saying 2. I personally will go with 1, but you know, like, if it's majority vote, of course, I'll let the staff, or whatever, the chat decide. Chop the head off. It's close between 1 and 2. By the way, guys, if you aren't already subscribed to the channel and want to see more content, we do live stream every Thursday and Friday, at least for Platinum and the Elementalists, as the series has, you know, finally started to come back. And of course, we're going to be doing many more live streams for many more games in the future, especially new ones that are coming out on certain days. I think we're going to try to make a pattern of getting one for scheduled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we just have a full lineup. I think what I'll do then is like, just like get a bunch of keys and like live stream like to catch up on a couple of the current books, so I can have one, so I can stream for every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just to enjoy myself, you know. And of course, there's gonna be like one week where we have like all the same books have a break or something. All right, so people are saying 2. Let's go with 2. Sentry's chest. This might sting a bit. If like the shuriken through the air, aiming right for the sentry's thick chest armor, it slices it clean open and flies out the back, leaving a huge hole behind. Armor pierced. Replacing now. Kane, they should call you the Heartbreaker because you literally put a hole in that sentry's heart. Budn't. You're so melodramatic, Zeph. Though I must say, it was a very good clean cut. Very stylish. The sentry's armor turns molten for a moment, melting down to fill a hole and leaving it unscathed. Oh yeah, I got the slicing spell. You spend the rest of your class practicing the slicing spell alongside your classmates. Cool. Come on, give me Aster. As you leave the spellwork with Jeff and Jay, you spot Beckett running across campus. He's dressed in a suit and looking panicked, a garment bag clutched in his arms. Well, Beckett, you look seriously freaked out. Why are you all dressed up? Kane, I need to speak to you alone. It's an emergency. Oh no, did Kane kidnap Griffin or attack the school? Is he watching us right now? Not that kind of emergency. It is a private matter. Ooh, Beckett's got a crush. Please tell me you didn't just get an A- on a paper. Come on, Zeph. As fun as teasing Beckett is, I could hear the afternoon sun calling my name, and someone has to fan me while I sunbathe. Catch some sun for me? How about a kiss before you go? No. Aster only. Aster only. I like how, like, even after I have clearly devoted to Aster, it's still like, no, you can go have fun with Shreya. No, catch some sun for me. Kian, you're a sun-at. I think you've got quite enough sun in your life. Okay. Too bad. Could use a little, the extra relaxation. Shreya and Zeph disappear across the quad, and you fall into step aside Beckett as you head toward the dorm. My dorm, whatever. Beckett fidgets beside you, straightening the lapels of his jacket and adjusting the sleeves repeatedly. Okay, I can't watch this anymore. What's the matter? Katrina wants to take me out to dinner. Tonight? Your sister? What is this, Alabama? Jesus Christ. What's wrong with that? She's your sister. You've eaten together before, right? But this is a dinner after my disastrous presentation in our class. How do I get medal from literally just... like getting your attuned, your plus or whatever, getting plus medal or whatever. I'm not sure if it's the same with all elements. Like literally breathe plus medal. Bet you're overreacting. You have to approach this logically. I'm sure Katrina just wants to spend time with you. She told me I could bring a friend, and I can't possibly face her alone. Please say you'll come with me. I assure you the food will be superb. Don't worry, I'll come, and not just for the good food, although that's definitely a plus. Wait, you will? He clears his throat and looks away. I mean, excellent. Then we all have to do is make sure you're prepared. For a dinner? You know what to eat. No, he's gonna dress you up, stupid. You better go to your homeroom room where he hands you the bag he was holding. I hope you would accompany me, so I took the liberty of picking an outfit for you that would suit the occasion. You went shopping for me? You're really spoiling me. She's taking us to Le Cornet. I don't know what that means. It's the most expensive restaurant in Pasteur. My parents rented the whole place out for a graduation party. All the patrons will be dressed accordingly. If we want to make a good impression, we must follow suit. Follow suit. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. It's a fancy place, people with fancy clothes. I get it. I like my current outfit. Wear the posh outfit to impress Katrina and show off your sophisticated side. Ooh. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Fancy coated scarf combo with special. Oh yeah, we're buying that. I mean, I buy everything, but still. You step into the room and do a spin as Beckett looks you over. I'll admit I'm impressed, Beckett. Don't tell Shreya I said this, but you make a hell of a personal stylist. Thank you. This will do quite nicely. I must commend my own tastes. Now ready to go, and you and Beckett use the door in your room to travel to Penn Square to meet up with Katrina. When you arrive at the restaurant, Beckett gives his name, and we are escorted to a table in the back where Katrina is already seated. She stands as you approach, smiling. Beckett, Kian, I'm so happy you could both come. And you look stellar, Kian. Truly the peak of fashion. I have a feeling something's gonna go really bad. I didn't want to disappoint my favorite professor. You're just trying to flatter me, and I must admit it's working. Wait. Hold on a minute. Are they actually going to make it so you can date Katrina? If so, I mean, I'm not really complaining. It's like, I'm already dating Aster, first off. Not gonna happen. But still, it's just weird. Whatever. It would have been rude to refuse such an amicable invitation. Katrina rolls her eyes and pulls back out for a hug. You'll take a seat at the table just as the waiter arrives and sits down a glass of colorful fizzy liquid in front of you. There's so many bubbles. Oh, I love that color. That would work great for my stream. Anyways, Galaxy. I took the liberty of ordering drinks. The Icarus punch here is to die for. You take a sip of the punch, which fizzes over your tongue. You lift out of your seat, hovering just above it. I'm floating. I like how I'm still surprised at the world of magic. I've been here for like way too long. It still doesn't matter. You drop gently back into your chair and set your drink down. I like this music too. If anybody knows the name of this song, let me know. This is good music. You drop gently back into your chair and set your drink down. Katrina laughs. Be sure to take it slow. You don't want to lose you on the ceiling. Now, what shall we get to eat? I've heard the whatever that word is, soup, is delicious, but the seared sort of in tuna also sounds good. Beckett clears his throat. I'd prefer if we could get straight to what this dinner is about. You're so dramatic, Beckett. I just wanted to have dinner with my brother and one of his friends. Or are you too busy for that, Bean? Katrina, don't you dare. Bean? Is that your nickname for him? That's precious. That's what I called Beckett when he was still a baby. When he was swaddled in a blanket, he looked like a belladonna bean. I bet you got a ton of good stories about little Beckett. Oh, where do I even begin? The skiing incident is always good on his first day of preschool. How much he loved Mr. Gobbers. I must insist that we halt this conversation right now. Tell me where skiing his first day of school, Mr. Gobbers. Ooh. All right, chat. Which one are we going with? 1, 2. Actually, you know what? I'm choosing. I gotta hear this. I usually let chat decide, but I have to hear out this one. Beckett's cheeks go to a deep shade of red, and he buries his face in his hands. I can't believe this. As you can probably imagine, he was quite excited to finally go to school. It was practically all he talked about. He insisted on having color-coded notebooks for each subject, and he even had some extra books for when he finished his work early. So basically, not much different from current Beckett. He came home in tears after all they did was introduce each other and spend the day coloring. After that day, I assumed school would consist of drawing, playtime, and napping, and I wanted nothing to do with it. To be honest, that sounds like my ideal day. Why can't we bring back nap time? If you're done embarrassing me, waiter reappears at a empty bed and sends out a tray of meats and cheeses. Ooh. Excuse me. Where's my drink? Drink break. Looking fab, thank you. I know you mean my character, but... And no, it's not pee, by the way. It's just a whatever soda stream thing, I don't know. I also ordered us a charcuterie board. Don't know what that means. I assume it means some sort of cheese thing. I know you college kids never turn down food. So many options. Yeah, pretty much just cheese. Josh just figured out a name to sort after him. You grab a piece of cheese and pop it into your mouth. Wait, no, I didn't name the sword after him. Grab a piece of cheese, pop it in your mouth, the savory flavor washes over your tongue, and suddenly you can taste every detail. This affinge has produced a piquant, acidic taste, and the texture is close and admirable cheese. Oh, God. What did I just say? You must have gotten a piece of expert cheddar. It definitely gives you the palate of a cheese connoisseur. Can we get back to the point, Katrina? Why did you invite us to dinner? If this is about my presentation. Your presentation? I would have invited you over for that. Discuss how disastrous it was, of course. I think what Beckett's trying to say is he was worried this was going to be some kind of lecture. Beckett, I know I'm your professor, but I'm also your sister. If this was about your presentation, we'd have met at school. Then this wasn't an elaborate plan to corner me into talking about my failures? I'll admit I may have some ulterior motives. Since I started this job, we haven't really gotten a chance to talk. I wanted you to really befriend dinner so I could be sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who will support you. I can vouch for Kane's character. You'll have to forgive me. I wanted to hear it. I want to hear it from Kane himself. What is exactly what you want to hear? Here to fix you with a hard stare. What do you think of my brother, Kane? Tell me honestly. Beckett is a good friend, a pain in the ass. No, come on. He's annoying, all right? But literally every single character in this game can be annoying. Even Aster, who's just innocently annoying. Beckett is a good friend. I'm lucky to call such a knowledgeable guy my friend, not to mention that he saved my life more than once. Give yourself some credit as well. You've gotten me to do a number of activities I never would have considered in the past. I promise, Katrina. You don't have to worry. I'm looking out for him. Katrina smiles and lets out a soft sigh. Yay, I impressed her. That's a relief. I've always had trouble making friends at school. I feared college would be the same way. But I'm glad he has someone he can rely on to get him out of the shell. Now, why don't we eat? I'm starving. Your dinner continues enjoyably full of delicious food and fun conversation. Tell me I could see Aster at some point in this chapter. I would be so upset if I have to wait another week just to see my L.I. Sorry, Lee, whatever you want to call it. As you step outside after dinner, Katrina bids you goodnight and you and Becca stroll through Penn Square. You see, that wasn't nearly as bad as you thought it was going to be. She was just being a concerned sister. Baby stories aside, dinner was perfectly pleasant. It reminded me how much I enjoy Katrina's company, even when we're on the same page. But I was completely prepared to defend myself. I spent ages planning on what to say and practicing magic to demonstrate. How about you show me instead? Then you'll be prepared if Professor Harrington rears her head and wants answers. But in exchange, I want more stories about you and Katrina as kids. You're insufferable. But I have been waiting to visit the Fountain of Serenity, and it's just a short walk away. Perhaps we could do both. Take a stroll with Beckett to find out more about his childhood and see his magic he's been practicing lately. The Fountain of Serenity awaits. We've been streaming for 50 minutes now, almost an hour. I could use some serenity in my own life right now. And hopefully the visit will be beneficial for us both. Quickly, just... Sorry if I drink annoyingly. To anybody who's curious what this soda stream thing tastes like the Fountain Mist flavor that I have, it tastes like a, not like a flat Mountain Dew, just like a less carbonated Mountain Dew. A colder Mountain Dew, I guess would be the best description. It's pretty good though. I like it. You fall back into a beautiful garden outside a large villa and an elegant fountain sitting in the center. It's also way cheaper, should add. Ooh, I like this. I'm gonna get a screenshot of that. Bam. I just wanted a screenshot of that real quick. Super pretty. Small sparkles dance through the water, shifting colors as they move. Gold one moment, blue the next. You weren't kidding. This place is gorgeous. I feel more peaceful already. Beckett reaches out and dips his finger out of the water. The water begins to glow softly, filling the garden with light. Ooh. The Fountain of Serenity is filled with Fae hallowed water, which radiates that sense of calm you feel. That's why the flowers here are so vibrant. Now, I believe you suggested I show you the magic I've been practicing. Nope. Hang on. I demand my payment first. Give me those baby Beckett stories. Beckett pinches the bridge of his nose and lets out a sigh. It isn't as... Though here, there is much to talk about. Katrina and I spent much of our childhood attending school or our parents' formal parties. More about those parties, which you two did for fun, embarrassing story about Katrina. Ooh. I feel that the most comforting choice for him would be embarrassing story about Katrina, which you two did for fun. I'm actually kind of curious. Embarrassing story about Katrina. I don't believe Katrina has ever done an embarrassing thing in her life. Kids constantly embarrass themselves. One time I ate a bunch of candy before riding a roller coaster. That photo op was not a pretty sight. I suppose there was the one time she came home from school mortified because she'd accidentally called the school librarian mom. Okay, if you haven't done that, you have not lived a normal life. Calling, like, a female teacher mom by accident. And while I wasn't there for this, my parents told me that when she was in primary school, she cut all of her bangs off. Alright then. Why on earth would she do that? I mean, I guess kids give themselves haircuts all the time, but I can't imagine Katrina. A kid at school told her that if she exposed her foreign knowledge would enter it more easily and that she could learn faster. So she tried to feed me the same fiction when I was a kid. But my parents had learned to keep the scissors out of reach. People are saying that I should do a Becca cosplay. I remember two people commenting that. If my hair was short enough and I could spike it the way that Beckett does, I would definitely consider it. I mean, but that's just not the case. So, anyways. She actually tried to... No, okay. As Beckett speaks, you reach into the water, dipping your fingers beneath the glittering surface. Instantly, a sense of relief washes over your body. I wonder if Alice and I would have the same dynamics as you and Katrina if we'd grown up together. All siblings are different, but I hope that satisfied you. I'd rather not spend all evening receiving my childhood, reliving, whatever. How about one more story? Your choice. Beckett puts his hand on his chin in thought, and a small smile makes its way onto his face. When I was still in primary school, we had a magic fair. My parents were going to be out of town and couldn't make it, and I was rather upset. On the night of the fair, Katrina came with a bunch of her friends who spent all night asking me about questions about my project. She could have spent her night having fun with friends, but she was there for me. Maybe that's what she came to Pendergast for, to be there for you. Consider that payment received. I am at your service. Now, what kind of magic were you going to show Katrina? First, I was going to demonstrate my expertise at our first year spells, starting with a flame spell. Beckett, I'm pretty sure Katrina knows you can cast a basic flame spell. But what if after the ward incident, she's completely lost faith in my magical... You flick some water at Beckett and he stops talking, taking in a deep breath. You're at the top of our class and you're taking some seriously advanced courses for a sophomore. You just need to take a step back. Alright, if I stay focused, then she'll see. Show me a spell. A big and impressive one that would blow even Katrina's mind. Oh, 20 people watching. How's everybody doing? Oh. Hold on a minute. Word spell again. It allowed us to walk over the fountain and get a better look at the hiding cryptodes. Anyways, how's everybody doing in chat? Appreciate you guys being here. If you guys aren't already subscribed, by the way, make sure to hit that sub button. If you'd like to see more content from this. Like I said, I want to do like daily live streams for, 5 different games. So Monday you'll have this game, Tuesday you'll have this game. Things that are constantly being released. So if you guys would like that, drop a like on this video as well. Or I could show you his spell I learned from Thaumaturgy. I can break apart the enchantment on the water and fill this place with Fae dust. The ward spell. Actually, you know what? Another thing. I'm gonna let chat choose this one. Word spell. How do you pronounce that? Thaumaturgy. Is that an actual word? How do I pronounce this word? Thaumaturgy. Okay, thaumaturgy. Sure. All right, people are saying 2. All right, thaumaturgy it is. It's just a matter of finding the enchantment's threads. Beckett raises his hands, doing a series of complicated finger gestures, and the sparkles from the water rise up and surround you. Twinkling lights dance around you, setting you utterly at ease. One brushes your arm and crackles, flashing brilliantly. It's beautiful. I've read plenty of stories about the Fae dust clouds, but they don't do them justice. It's said the Fae will only sprinkle their dust in a place that is full of hope. The spring this water came from must be a sight to behold. You give one of the lights a playful poke and it bursts with a bright flare, relaxing all of your muscles. Is this why people talk about Fae being silly? If I felt like this all the time, I just want to have fun. It's a miracle they get anything done, though I suppose the impact of the dust must be different on the Fae than us. On us, whatever. As the magic phase, you and Beckett take a seat on the edge of the mountain. I think that spell will be more than enough to show Katrina that you've been working hard and have a handle on your magic. Performing it in front of you is easy enough, but for some reason, when it's Katrina, I can't help but make mistakes. You're just setting yourself up for failure with that attitude. Besides, mistakes are normal. Everyone makes them, and if you're really worried about it, you could always ask Katrina for help. But then she'll see how much trouble I'm having. She'll see that you want to learn and improve, and that's what every teacher wants from their students. But she's an accomplished attune. Anything I can do, she can do twice as well. Guys, please do not spam emotes. emojis and stuff like that. Thank you. But she's way older than you. She has a lot of mastery and stuff. You're still learning. Just remind yourself that she's your professor. You don't get intimidated by England or Contos. She should be no different. But if I disappoint her, doesn't matter what Katrina thinks, she's clearly proud of you. She spent all the dinner gushing about you. If that's not a proud big sister, I don't know what is. She was telling embarrassing stories about me as a baby. But it was super clear how much she cared about you. I think she's really happy you found your place here. I wish she could just sit down and tell me that, rather than come up with elaborate plans to figure out my friend's intentions. Maybe you should tell her that. You get the sense that both of you need to work in your communication. I suppose you may have a point. Perhaps if we could set some clear boundaries. Beckett checks his watch and looks up at the sky. It's getting late. We should get back to campus, but thank you for coming with me, Kane. My mind feels far more at ease now. Who could ask for anything better than a nice dinner and a relaxing night out? You're back and spend some time. Cool. Yep. You better head back to Pendergast, leaving a found behind. I believe this is where the chapter is about to end. Yep. Later that night, you and your friends gather in the common room to discuss the clue Kane left you. We figured out that the source of your life obviously refers to our mom, but other than that, suddenly Shreya bursts in the room, beaming. How can you all look so glum? I just scored us exclusive invitations to the Pendergast reunion gala hosted by my parents. Ooh. Hosted by your parents. What a surprise. We don't have time for party, Shreya. We need to focus on solving this riddle. That has to take priority. Oh, very well. We can tackle the puzzle first. I wonder what Kane means by your mom being where it's been willed. Is she trapped somewhere? This is hopeless. First answer part implies that this is the beginning of the puzzle. And we can't even figure that out. There she is. Good lord. Thank you. What about where the first blood was spilled? I wonder if he's talking about a fight. Perhaps some kind of rebirth? Blood is the key here. It can be referenced to blood magic, but Pendergast buried that knowledge when it was banned. So we need someone who was around before blood magic was banned and has an extensive knowledge of Pendergast's history. Rafe was the dean... Or sorry, Waith was the dean of Pendergast before blood magic was banned. If anyone would know the answer to the riddle, it's bound to be him. Though I don't know when he'll be on campus again. Perhaps we have time for a party after all, as I happen to know that he's on the guest list for the gala. The gala is where we'll get the answers we need, and be one step closer to finding our mom. And I think that's it. So here's the thing, I'm actually really satisfied with how that went. I don't think I messed up. I probably did, and didn't even realize it, but I'm actually really happy with how that chapter went. I'm kind of disappointed that I got one like snippet of Aster, but whatever. But that worked. That went really well. So I'm actually going to continue on without having to restart, which is cool. Bam. Chapter 11 coming soon. Could you solve a mystery while attending a magical gala? No. No, I give up. All right, anyways. All right. So that is all for the live stream, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning along. I appreciate you guys being here as always. And like I said, stay tuned because next Friday, yes, it will be my birthday. I'm very, very excited for that. I will be 18 years old, and I hope to see you guys there for my birthday. And you guys should be seeing some upgrades soon with the stream. Like the camera quality will probably begin to get a little bit better. And of course, you know, I'm always here making tweaks. Like this overlay is my new favorite thing I've added to the stream, and I'm always trying to improve the quality of my streams. So if you guys enjoyed the live stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you never miss a new video, chapter, live stream, whatever you want to call it. And also recommend some newer releases that are still like being released, like from here and everything. So I could, because I want to try to get one for every day of the week, if that's even possible. If not, I could see one here Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So there you go. So I already have something for Thursday. We already have something for Friday. But I'll probably make polls like Passport to Romance or Nightbound, and I'll just do Wishful Thinking on Monday, and I'll catch up with those series as well. So I'll probably make a poll eventually for which series is more preferable for Wednesday, and whichever one is, I will just buy a bunch of keys and grind that series out, and be all set with that. And I'll make like a full no commentary video just to catch people up. and put people as to where I am. So it's personal preference, guys. So just go ahead and drop a comment below if you'd rather want Passport to Romance or Nightbound, you know, give or take. And also, like I said, I do plan to also try out this series Across the Void because I've heard really good things about it. But with all that said and done, I'm going way too long and rambling on about this. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter, and I will see you guys next Friday or next Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, or whatever the next video or live stream comes out. And to any Chroma Case fans, we'll see you guys definitely on Thursday. And with all that said and done, it's Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.